Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. I'm going to be showing some retiring things today because the new catalog starts May 6th, I believe. And hopefully by mid-April, third week of April, y'all should be getting your copies of this in the mail. There's quite a bit of things that are not in this catalog that will be moving to the online store. So if you don't see something in here like storage or some other things, they're going to be having a lot more online than in here just to save space. Otherwise, our catalog would be like this. So it enables them to keep a lot more product and keep adding to it instead of printing it. But it's still a great catalog. I like it better than last year. And they've improved some things in it. The samples in here are great, so I think you're gonna like looking at it. So instead of having a clearance rack, they're now having what's called last chance. So you'll see things on the last chance list, and some are marked down. Stampin' Up, if you're listening, I want more markdowns if things are last chance. Let's really put them on sale. But a lot of these are marked down, including this bundle. It's a Bright Skies and the Bright Skies dies, which I hadn't even got to use much, so I wanted to play with this today. Before I do though, when I did my ink color comparisons with the new In Colors last week, we were stuck on the cloud cover and the bordering blue because I didn't have any bordering blue cardstock. And thankfully, friends, my good stamping friends, are sending me samples, which is wonderful. So thank you, Connie, for sending me the cardstock. And thank you, Tammy, for sending me these ink colors, which work really well. And I think this is bordering blue, also the ink. So we're narrowing it down of what would be a good match with cloud cover. So you can see bordering blue really doesn't. It's more purple. I hope your monitor can pick it up. But it's definitely more purple, the bordering blue, than cloud cover. But for ink, if you have Blue Bayou, Buckaroo Blue, of course, if you have a bordering blue ink, I think that still works really well together. Look how well that works together. It's just darker, but once we get the ink for cloud cover, I'll be able to look at that. That one we're still waiting on. Also, we determined that Blue Bayou is a great ink that goes with cloud cover. It really pairs nicely. It's the same tone. So, okay, back to this project. So the Bright Skies, this is what the dies look like. This one's quite large. I love the big clouds in here. And so there's 4 clouds and they're stitched. So because it's big, it really enables you to put sentiments on it also. And then the stamps that go with it, so they're pattern stamps. Can you see that? So, and this one has little stripes on it. So that's nice because that will cut out the stamped images also. So there's a solid sun, and then there's also the stamp and a little lightning bolt, and there's lots of cute little things in there. You brighten my cloudy days, brighter skies are on the way, sprinkled with love. So that'd be fun for a shower too, like a baby or bridal shower. And then they have these guys right here, which I think work great for grass, snow, and clouds. Oh, and raindrops. They got 2 sizes of raindrops that you get 5 raindrops out of each one, large and small. And these 2, which are never ending, so when you cut your paper, it can be as long as you want. And there's 2 different styles here. Okay. So I have 4 projects to show you. This one is going to be using this Friends for Life bundle, which that's going away too. It's on the last chance list already. It's such a great bundle because I love big sentiments and I like the friend, and it has the double die, so you can layer the friend like that, this die. And it also has this big leaf and another leaf and 2 hearts that work together and little hearts, and it's nice. It's a really nice bundle. And I like that it's so excited for you, friend. Thank you, friend. Thank you for being a friend. Love you, friend. Miss you, friend. Best friend. Hi, friend. thinking of you, friend. So I like it. It's useful. So with clouds, sometimes there are rainbows. And remember back when the arches first came out, I showed you how to do rainbows with them. And if you just skip every other one and cut a color, and then take this one and so you've got a nice little gap in between each one, cut a color, and cut a color. I tape them together when I run them through the die machine. But you can also do ovals, circles. You might just play around with what you have. But I thought this would be kind of fun. Then I tape them together because I don't want them to wiggle around on me. So I used Summer Splash and Peach Pie and Petunia to make my rainbow. And then I cut the big cloud. See how big it is? Now this card is going to be 5 by 7 because this is big. I really love the size of it. You can obviously put it on a regular card this way, but I wanted it like this. So I'm gonna stick this here and I can go up, down. I can make one side a little bigger, like that. And I've cut the friend out of the petunia. I'm just gonna add a little bit. I decided not to use the shadow on it. Just gonna add a little bit of glue, little dots of this glue right here, right there. Does it need a little sun popped up in there? Is there usually a sun with a rainbow up here? Do I need it? Maybe I'll leave it there and see what I think. And then the sentiments. So I took all of the sentiments I wanted to use. Thank you for being a friend, or love you, friend. And I think I'm gonna do thank you for being a friend. And they're just on 1/2-inch strips stamped in navy. And I can just add these on here wherever I want. Thank you for being a friend. And then once I get those kind of where I want them, and you could just stamp it right here. I could just do stamp love you, friend, but I like having these in the stamp set like that so I can kind of play around with where I want to put things. Maybe I'll just do that one. I save all of those 1/2-inch strips because they're just so great for sentiments. All right, and then all I really need, if I keep that sun there, all I really need now are sparkles. I could do shaker stuff, I could do gems, rhinestones. These tinsel gems, these are great. There's 3-color tinsel gems, 4-color, and they are on the last chance list, and they are on clearance. So be sure and grab some of those because those are going to be gone soon. I kind of just scatter these around a little bit. So that's going to go on a white 5 by 7 card, thick cardstock right there. It's easy. All right, let me show you another one. I think that Full of Life paper that I showed you last week, I think it was, I think that's going away also. But I took a piece of this, cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and layered it on here, and then used that same big cloud die, stamped a sentiment in there in shaded spruce, and then just added all these little elements. So I stamped the sun that was in there, and there's a second cloud, and then the little flower and the stem, which is in that bundle. I love this card. And I like the shaded spruce. That's the back. But look, I mean, this paper is just so amazing. You could just do this with so many, there's so many different ones in here. Now, here's another one that's going away on the last chance list. Umbrella Days, which I did a video on that quite a while back. But I thought I can use the clouds. So I cut with my big arch. I cut a couple of these arches and some designer paper and put these two here. But this is that long one that I used as grass down at the bottom. It could be grass, dirt, all kinds of things. And the few clouds back here. So I'm gonna miss that cute little dog. All right, and then the last one, because I think these could work really well for snow, I did a little Christmas card with Humble Home. The Humble Home little punch in the house. So I cut a big circle out of white cardstock, and then I cut it again out of the new Cloudy Day, just to show you that it's not sad cardstock. It's just like a grayish blue. It's going to be really pretty for the holidays, I think. And a little house, and there's the snow. So first I cut a piece of the white, and then I put the white on top of a piece of blue, and then cut that together. And then I added just a little bit more down at the bottom. So I took another piece of white, you can kind of see right here, and just glued it. Glued it right here, and then added the sentiment. So I think that blue is going to be great for the holidays. This one needs a little something still. I'm going to work on that a little bit more. But there's 2 and 3 and 4. So sad to see this guy go. If you have it, get it back out and use it for the spring. All right, we'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.